If you're looking to start your fine jewelry collection, I have 5 pieces that don't necessarily cost a whole lot of money, but I think they are really great quality pieces that if you spend just a little bit more than your typical affordable jewelry, you will have these pieces for a lifetime to come. Starting with my studs on my second piercing. If you have any piercing, if you are someone who don't like to switch out your earrings or just your jewelry in general, then I do think fine jewelry might be a better route because you will be spending the money to get the most wear out of it because you will be wearing them on a daily basis. On my second piercing, I have actually 2 different studs. This one is the 14 karat gold cluster stud from Mejuri. This is the diamond cluster stud. I do like the asymmetrical look. It just adds a little bit more interest, and I do like that they are flat back, which means I do sleep in them. I can go swimming, go to the gym, shower, anything in them. And this is also the benefit of wearing something that does not tarnish. So metals that don't tarnish are usually solid gold, diamonds. In terms of like precious stones, if you are buying into, let's say, things like malachite or mother of pearl, they do require a lot of care. So I wouldn't actually recommend going for certain precious and delicate stones. You could go for sterling silver, but the better choice might be white gold, which is the silvery look, but it has the properties of gold not being tarnishing, versus if you have sterling silver, they will oxidize, which means you just have to polish them once in a while. They will turn black, but don't worry, you just need to polish them so that they return to the shiny silvery color. Pretty much all of my fine jewelry has been gold and diamond because they suit my warm skin tone better. So my first recommendation is to go for a piece that you don't think you're going to swap out too often. In my case, it really is just the studs on my second piercing. Moving down into our neck, the first fine necklace that I would recommend to anyone, and I think a lot of people think of this piece when it comes to fine jewelry too, is a diamond necklace. I actually combined 2 things here. So the diamond necklace I have here is actually kindly gifted by Mejuri, which is dream come true. This is the small diamond necklace from Mejuri. The little diamond here does not move around, which is great for keeping your diamond in place. So it's not really a pendant, and it is 14 karat gold in terms of the chain and the setting, and the little diamond here, as you can see, shines really beautifully. What I did was I simply just added my Mejuri letter diamond pendant. This just adds a little more character to your typical diamond necklace that pretty much a lot of people who are into jewelry will own. And I just really love how both of these pieces are gold plus diamond, and I have worn them again to every single occasion without having to take them off. The benefit of starting with daintier pieces is so that later on, if you want to layer, daintier pieces are so much easier to layer with, whether it's other dainty or statement pieces. But if you, let's say, start with a really colorful statement necklace, then the occasions of wearing this necklace might be significantly limited. Also, the daintier necklaces are so lightweight. Half the time I don't even feel that I am wearing a necklace, and that also adds a lot to the comfort as well as everyday friendliness of owning a diamond necklace. Moving down to the hands, as you can see, I'm definitely a ring person. I mainly own rings and necklaces in my jewelry collection. To start your fine jewelry ring collection, I would recommend starting with a simple gold band. At this point, I think the Cartier Love Ring is the quintessential gold band ring, and this, I actually have it in the wedding band thickness. Pro tip, I actually bought this ring from eBay from a Japanese reseller. The reason I trusted going to eBay for such luxurious piece is Japanese sellers in general are not allowed to sell counterfeit items. And they're really, really strict about counterfeit prevention. So I know for sure that this is an authentic piece. I got a really great deal, pretty much 50% off the retail price of this ring, which is ridiculous. This is the case where even if you are buying into fine jewelry, you still can find ways to save, especially if you don't care too much about like tiny wear and tear of the jewelry pieces. They actually lose their value quite quickly. So on the secondhand market, let's say just compared to a luxury handbag, I think luxury jewelry in general loses their value more quickly than classic handbags. Another thing to note is it's pretty much impossible not to have scratches on gold bands like this. Solid gold is softer than the alloy the jewelers put in the vermeil and plated piece. So because of that, it is pretty much inevitable that you will get scratches on these rings, on these bands. And I personally don't mind. I actually think it adds to the charm of the jewelry pieces. But if you do, then I would just go for like really thin and delicate piece or something that's already got texture. So even if there might be scratches down the line, you won't be able to spot them easily. Great example is my Duo gold ring from Mejuri. Again, so thankful that they actually give this to me because this has been on my wish list for a while. So it is actually just two rings connected. One is a really simple, smooth band. The other one has a bit of texture, almost like striped texture on it. So together, they almost make a small statement, but also dainty enough that if I want to, for example, stack it with my other rings, I can very easily do so to create a bit of a more statementy look. Because I am a ring person, I am just gonna throw in another recommendation here, which is some sort of Pave ring. This is again from Mejuri. Can you tell? I just love Mejuri for affordable fine jewelry. If you are looking for something like a Pave ring, you can go to all of the name jewelry brands, but you will never be able to get the deal when it comes to these simple, elegant pieces from brands like Mejuri. Because when you're buying from Tiffany's and Cartier's of the world, I would say probably 50% of the price goes straight to the brand's marketing. So you're not actually paying for the material and the quality of the jewelry pieces. And so from wearing Mejuri for years now, I can really vouch for the really great quality. And the Pave ring just adds that bit of sparkle to your hand. It almost is a similar effect as having a diamond necklace. And the reason I said Pave versus just like a simple singular diamond is I think Pave just shines even more, and it's really beautiful, elegant, but also very stackable. So even when I'm wearing more statementy pieces like these ones, Pave ring still catches your eye, which is great that this can be an everyday but also a statement piece. The last fine jewelry recommendation is something that is dainty but also makes a small statement. In my case, I have this VCA inspired bracelet that I actually got from my aunt from a local jeweler in China. This is another case of if you want to go for really high quality like solid gold or diamond pieces, instead of going for any of those name brands, don't forget to check out your local jeweler because a lot of time they have really great pricing as well as quality of the material as long as it is a trusted jeweler. I like that different from your typical, tennis bracelet or the Cartier love bangle. Those are beautiful, don't get me wrong, but I feel like this adds just a little bit more personality to my jewelry stack. And I know, yes, it is heavily inspired by VCA, but I actually featured these dupes from VCA from my Etsy jewelry video. I bought these because I initially was wondering if I should bite the bullet and just buy the VCA bracelet. But after wearing them for a while, I've realized that the clovers are quite big for my tiny little wrist, and a lot of the stones they have are pretty fragile and sensitive to oil or to humidity, etc. So it just would be too much of an effort for me to think about when can I versus can I not wear these beautiful pieces. So I'm perfectly fine with these dupes for whenever I want to make a statement, but really for everyday basis, if I can only have 5 core fine jewelry pieces, then I would add something that's more durable, like this 14 karat gold one that is a little bit subtle but still makes that statement with the clover shaped charm. What do you like the most from everything I'm wearing?
Like the simple twisted one.
Oh, this? Okay, bonus point. My husband said this, besides the engagement and wedding rings, this is his favorite piece. If you want to start adding pieces to your fine jewelry collection, definitely remember to take advantage of the holiday savings as well as your holiday wish list to use some of these pieces to add a bit more sparkle to your life.